Okay. This is January 7th, 25. And I appreciate you coming back. Today is the day of Brandon's funeral.
Yeah,
And it's been a long day for you and the team there. So if you would, it was just such an amazing story of how the Lord's moving, even in the midst of a tragic
yeah,
loss of Brandon dying yesterday.
yeah.
So, would you start again with what all has transpired today in Uganda, starting with the early morning departure of Fazira and the team from Wairaka?
Um, yes, it is night here right now. That is why I'm a bit in dark, but I think I'm audible enough. So in the morning at around 6, Azira started organizing with Eric, and she called some of the Binji group people in Wairaka, Ginger, accompany her to the burial because Lydia, the mother of the late Brandon, has been part of the.
So let's resume what you were saying about Brandon's mom, Lydia.
Yeah. Uh, Bazira went with the ladies from Wairaka who do craft with Lydia, the mother of the late Brandon.
Mhm.
So they were like about 6 in one of the cars for the ministry, a Toyota Noah, and also accompanied with Gerald.
And
So
Eric
they
was
drove,
driving them.
and Eric was driving,
Yeah.
yes. So they drove from around 7 through up to Sembatia, where the burial was. They found when there is nothing. So these ladies in Fazira started making things, organizing and all that. So just in like couple hours, the Bulanga group reached on a truck. It was a group of about 80 people on one small truck. They said they had to go. Yes, so
And this
they
is a
reached
this is a farm truck, so they are standing in the back,
standing, yeah, in the back.
holding on.
So yeah, they reached there and met with Fazira and with the team, and they started making a program on how things are going to run because Lydia, the mother of Brandon, she had already lost everything. Remember, she is 6 months pregnant, so she was already down. And these people came in and they started organizing Fazera Rain with Eric in the Noah to buy rice, meat, and other stuff. And people started coming. So after I think 3 hours, Chairman Mototo arrived with some men from Bulanga village where Brandon and the family they have been staying. He reached and he was observing, seeing how things are done and how everything is going in place. And Madame Betty, the lady from Wairaka, part of the Binji, she started cooking. You know, she has a cooking company. So she started cooking with Lydia and Regina and Fazira too and Gerard. They started cooking and organizing serving stations, and they hired Fazera hired a music system speaker so that because the people were very many, They were about 700 altogether, and all these people were wondering how the Binji people work hand in hand, and how they were so much united, and talking about Yeshua with much love. And Chairman Mototo stood up and said, "Wow, I've never seen such unity where people work together and they are not going to be paid." It made him weak because it's something not common. He said for all the time he has been in power as the head of the village, he has never seen this. He and the men that accompanied him, they said this is very, very, very beautiful. And people were saying that the, these are Christians of Eleanor. And he said that if Eleanor was here, I would say these people are working to be praised by her, but no one is taking a video, or no, she is even not here, but everyone is working hand in hand, and there is unity and cooperation and with the love. Wow. It was something very big. The people at the village where the burial was, they were wondering about love of the world. They stayed for Zara to come and lead the lead the funeral process and all that, but she was told to preach instead of talking about the background and all that. But she was told to preach, and she told the people to always be thankful to the Lord. And she also emphasized on working together as as like we are one body. And she also gave an example about the family that has been helping Brandon with medical care finances. They have never seen Brandon, but the unity and the love for Yeshua they have has made them connect with him all this through. And she talked about them financing most of the things that have taken place, and this was very awesome. And when she when she welcomed them to accept Christ, everyone rose his hand and they prayed
So
together.
700
So,
people
yeah, they were very,
prayed to
very many.
receive
Yeah,
Yeshua.
yes, on the barrier. And it was very amazing because most of the Bulanga people have remained on that village. They will be traveling back tomorrow. They want to comfort and also talk about Yeshua with these other people in the village. And this has left Chairman Mototo speechless. And he said, I don't know how I can express this or explain or even talk about this because it has made me speechless and I'm out of words, is what he is saying. The
You
love.
speak up a little bit.
And he
Speak up.
said he is speechless because of the love and the unity and the oneness he sees in this that has happened. Because in happiness, these people have been together, but even in deep sorrow, they are together and they are showing love to one another. And can you imagine the money that was sent couldn't feed almost 700 people, but it was enough. And as you know, Gerard, he was very busy move, taking plates for food, doing this and the other. It was so beautiful, and the oneness was very wow. So we have left a very big testimony on that village, and we don't know what will come next. The Lord knows more. Yeah, it is very
Wow.
beautiful. Yeah.
Wow. And
Mm,
Chairman Matoto, who
mm,
has prayed for salvation, but he
yeah,
has been cautious about being public with
yeah,
his testimony,
yeah.
you
He
because of his
stood up.
position in the Muslims.
Yeah, he stood up and he said, "Glory be to Yeshua." And everyone was like, "Hallelujah." Yeah,
Wow.
yeah.
And were the men with him from the Muslim Council?
Yes, of the village, they were all speechless.
And they heard him praise Yeshua.
Yes, yes, because of the oneness and the love that was displayed.
That is, we prayed and prayed
Yeah,
for the Lord to heal Brandon either miraculously or provide the
mm,
large amount of money needed to take him
yeah,
internationally.
yeah,
And yet it's God's will that prevails. And I know you and I
mm,
were talking earlier how Romans 8:28 says that God causes all things to work together for good to those
mm,
who love him and are called.
yeah,
And even with the loss of little Brandon,
yeah,
how God's used the testimony of his life and his death
yes,
to help bring
yeah,
700 people
yeah,
to faith.
yeah,
And now we need to figure out how to follow up with them and disciple them. That's
yes,
going to
yes,
be interesting.
yeah, yeah,
Uh, all right.
yeah,
So we would want to keep praying for Lydia and Kadoko
yeah.
and their
And the rest
children
of the family. Yeah,
and the family of Brandon.
yeah, yeah,
So
yeah, yeah,
that's that was just precious how Fazira and Gerald and all the
yeah,
craft ladies from Wairaka
mm,
went and ministered.
yeah,
And it's something you have shared more than once that
mm,
seems to really impress those who observe is that the people who are helping are doing it not for money, but
not for
because they
money.
love and they
Yeah,
care.
because they love and they care. Yeah, because Chairman Mutoto, as he was speaking, he said that all whenever he sees people united and working, they are working for a wage. They are working for money. People here were working with the love, the peace, the mirembe, without any money. It challenged him.
That's good. And it's a good
Mm,
challenge. All
yeah,
right.
yeah.
Um, Thank you for the update. I know it's very late there and you've
Oh,
had a very long day,
yeah,
but I did want to record this because what you had told me was just so incredible and so
yeah,
beautiful and
yeah,
such a testimony of the
yeah,
goodness of our God.
yeah.
Even in the midst of sadness, He
Yes,
is so
yes.
good.
He's so good.
He's so
Yeah,
good. All
yeah.
right.